Tone said, then you got to work off of his salary.
Right.
So y'all having meager.
And we can't.
Let me get my job. Let me get my job.
That was the thing.
Yeah, I'd rather work.
I can't contribute. We gotta live off your $20,000 a year.
Let me work. Sue said, heavy on the emotional. These men are emotional nowadays.
As fuck.
Lakeisha said the name stayed home back then. Basically, you was gonna stay with him till you died.
Yeah.
Durbin has entered. Hello, Durbin.
Hey, Durbin.
Antonio said
Durbin is a traditional dad. Durbin, you are a daughter. Well, when your daughter was little, he's a father of a daughter. Where did you take her to the restroom? Because I'm curious to know what the fathers do.
Durbin said broke versus paid is the answer to the last question. Antonio said these dudes nowadays got boyfriends.
That's the truth, though, Durbin. James Evans was broke. The niggas these days, they paid.
Okay, Tracy said back then with men, it didn't seem to be a question of them playing their role. Now I date in the drug era, so there's that. Now everything seems questionable. It's hit or miss. But I will say that younger dudes I meet or deal with play their role without question. They know what they want. DeWanda is on here. Hey sis.
DeWanda.
And DeWanda, the babies look so cute on Halloween.
Oh, I gotta check it out. I want to see what they are.
Yeah, and the baby was a teddy bear. Was he a teddy bear? And I know DJ was like some type of action hero or something. Okay. I saw so many costumes.
I gotta see it.
John Walker said hello.
Hey, John.
John, help my niece get a job at the post office. We gonna do that off the record. Okay. Lakeisha said, it still goes back to cheating though. So respect intertwines with cheating. LOL. That's back in the day, man. I respect them. Vontae said.
Well, no.
Lakeisha said they had couth back in the day.
They did.
Antonio said, shout out to Miss Shirley for keeping it classy.
But wait a minute, Creasa. Cheating and respect is two. They're intertwined, but they're not the same thing. You gotta respect for your household and for your man or whatever on other things other than sex or cheating. Like
Lakeisha said, social skills is the difference nowadays.
Absolutely.
Wendy said some men don't respect us because we don't respect ourselves and each other.
I don't know about that.
I mean, I see where you're going, Wendy, but I feel like in this particular case, you could be like a nice, respectful church girl. And these kids nowadays going to cuss. You could be walking past. They could ask you for your number. You kindly and politely say no thank you. You might get cussed out, beat, shot, anything.
All the young girls that I watch on YouTube, they make videos about how men don't take no for an answer and they get upset. And she was like, you gotta give them your phone number. You have to, and just block them when they leave because you might can get hurt because they can't take rejection.
Wait a minute, Raphael said, "Just be good to me." Was a song by the SOS band. What you talking about?
I don't care about your other girl.
Oh, he said the women. Okay, yeah,
okay, Kim.
Yeah, that was about 82.
Right, that's what they was giving back then.
Angela said James in Florida kind of loved. He loved that woman. Tracy said James loved the fuck out of his wife and kids.
Nobody's doubting James' love, but we providing. Florida could have got a job and helped James out, and they could have been living better. But James' ego and pride wouldn't let that happen. And then fuck love. Yeah. We're in squalor.
James, move me out of Cabrini Green. Move me out of Cabrini Green before we get married.
Shit. Your son joining the gang and all this fuck shit, nigga. Let me get a job and help you, bitch.
Okay, Vontae said, what about the father off of Everybody Hates Chris? No, I didn't like him.
No, but he made a good living. He was just cheap. He made a good living, though. Vontae, that's a good one. And Rochelle worked. She was a substitute teacher and all of that. She contributed to the household, and they had a rental property upstairs. He was just cheap, but they had a good living.
Happy Tuesday.
I'll take that, Vontae.
Happy Tuesday from Gawanda.
Hey, Jawanda.
I'm sorry, Jawanda.
Happy Tuesday to you,
Jawanda.
baby.
Happy Tuesday. Vontae said, if you cheat on me, you're not respecting me at all. DC Grit said, I will holler in the woman's restroom to make sure it's clear. If not, I will wait. Then when it's clear, I will go take her in the bathroom.
I think that's the best bet.
Tracy said, yeah, these kids don't care what elders are anymore. Keisha said, that's a good question for next about the phone numbers and feeling pressured and scared of
we'll add it to the
consequences.
We'll add it to the docket, and there's a whole thing on that. And the younger girls are really scared.
Yeah.
Did you see that video where the girl she didn't want to get out and go get gas? Because all the dudes was at where you pay at. And she kept saying, it was a TikTok. That's why I thought you seen it. It was a TikTok. She got out the car. She panned over. It was like 8 dudes standing there. They just standing outside. So she was like, I don't want to go get gas. She was like, but y'all, I'm going to eat. I can't make it nowhere else. So she was like, all right, let me do it. When she got out, they crowded her. They was they surrounded her, and she just kept walking. She was like, "No, yeah." She was like, "No, thank you, no, thank you, no, thank you." And I mean, what you talking about? What the fuck you mean you don't want to? What you think you too good to talk to me? They was like harassing the fuck.
We're gonna talk about that because I do have an input on that.
And then the gas station attendant, I guess he's scared. You know, he ain't trying to get involved and help the girl out.
Nowadays,
yeah, because he was in the booth, bulletproof. He ain't trying to come out. So she had to and then the whole time she pumped the gas, they came over there. They was fucking with her. They was like, "You too good."
You have to teach your children.
You and all this.
I would hope that my son, you know, even if he was around those kind of people, like, come on, y'all, hold up, what are y'all doing?
These children soft.
Not get in, you know, in with them.
These children are soft. They follow the leader ass motherfucking kids, and they can't take rejection. Like the little girl said, you can't take rejection.
Tasha said, "Hey ladies, I'm late."
Hey Tasha.
Hey Tasha. Tasha, you had an adult party last night. I saw a little bit of that.
Halloween?
Yeah, it looked like it was one of Tasha's lit parties as usual.
Wait, Miami Tasha?
Yeah.
Oh, Tasha, goddamn. Next time, we coming next year.
We coming on March the 4th.
What's that, March the 4th?
Koshi.
Oh, yeah, I'll be there.
And then we come in the following week, too, for Jazz in the Gardens.
Well, goddamn.
But we said we was going to go for New Year's. But anyway.
Yeah.
So, Akila said true men can't do or refuse to accept rejection. We're going to talk about that next week. Mm-hmm. Oh, and somebody must have said something about they wanted a man like Dr. Huxtable. Antonio said, can't talk about him. Okay.
I don't... Dr. Huxtable, I feel like I'm too hood for Dr. Huxtable and I wouldn't be able to be myself, but I get it. I get it.
Okay, our next question is cursing and vulgarity. Mm-hmm. Is there such thing as too much? And if so, should it be toned down? And if it's toned down, when? And vulgarity is... you know, saying the P word, the D word, you know, just obscene sexual language and so on and so forth.
I'm definitely gonna go first.
Okay.
As y'all know, I curse a lot. I feel like cursing to me is just a part of the English language. I feel like if they told y'all, it's something that's learned, it's something that's taboo according to society. If somebody told you the word cat was a curse word, y'all be running around, I can't believe she said cat in front of somebody. Oh, like, you know what I'm saying? It's language to me. Mm-hmm. I feel like, and I've had this question before, it's so unladylike. No, I'm the lady that I'm determined. I'm the woman.
People have said it was cursing is unladylike.
Like when I've had conversations with people. Well, it's so unladylike, and I'm like, but I'm the lady determining what's ladylike for me. Mm-hmm. So, and no, I don't feel like me cursing. It's not a defamation to my character. It's not defining who I am. It's just language to me. I know I do understand that some people are offended by it, but we just can't be friends, bitch, because I'm going to say bitch when I want to say bitch, and that's how my mother's the same way. My mother cursed, but she, you know. Do Nita curse a lot?
Yeah, but not over the top.
No, I don't feel like she's over the top. Yeah. Nobody in my family I feel like is over the top. But we do curse.
Lakeisha said you should read the room. I use curse words for emphasis and effect. Especially with nowadays with these kids, you know, they hang around their moms. They mom 15 and they already like 3. They already 3 or 4. So they're listening to all of these rap lyrics. All of them have curse words in it. So little teeny kids. I've you know, done work as a home visitor, and I would go to little kids' house, and I would hear little kids like call their sister a bitch or whatever, and I'm like, how did they learn that? But their parents say it, and then they listen to music. Mm-hmm. So then, of course, they grow up thinking nothing's wrong with it, and then when you're in settings where you're around adults, and I just find it highly offensive when children curse in front of adults.
Okay.
And I would hope that my children, I don't know what they do when they're not around me, I don't allow them. Well, you know, Debbie's still little, but Sue's an adult. Sue's 24, and she's not allowed to curse around me. And I don't ever want her to think it's okay to curse around me. And when I'm like around somebody 85 and somebody's 22 and they cussing like just pie, just like a sailor, just every word is a curse. Every word is a curse word. I'm like, excuse me, and I even have to do it at work. The people that come to my job are adults. But I always make an executive decision to be like, hey, watch your language while you hear. Like, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear every word you saying cursing. And I definitely don't want to hear every word, you know, saying something about my dick, my this, my that.
Okay, yeah. Vulgarity is a different thing. Also, with all that I said,
I curse.
Yeah, I don't curse around. I don't curse around old people. I don't, and it's not because I don't have my same stance on it. It's because I know they grew up in a different time. They grew up in a different. So it's going to be highly, like they're going to take it some type of way. It's just more of how I was raised rather than who I am as a person. You got to put who you are as a person to the side sometimes when you're dealing with older people. And I don't feel like the bullshit with the older people, so I don't do it with the older people. But it's kind of like the respect your elders type thing. But
I just think it could be excessive at times, and also just some people that even might be my peer. If I know they're very, if I happen to be in front of a pastor, and I know that they don't curse, because trust me, it's some pastors that cuss like sailors and all of that. But I just like to. Whatever culture you're into, I respect it. If you are into a culture of non-cursing and non-talking like this, I'm going to respect it when I'm around you. It's not going to hurt me to not curse for the 30 minutes I'm in the room with you. You know what I'm saying?
I do that with my father.
That's just the way I am. But Antonio said, my cousin walked in my house talking about dick and pussy and old folk and young kids was there. I watched my tongue around old people.
Yeah, you can't do the. Now, I feel totally different about the vulgarity. You can't say certain words because it's language, but we all know what we're talking about here. You know what I'm saying? I think that's different from curse words. If I call a bitch, or I'm saying pussy, to me that's too different. Like, girl, that's too raunchy to be saying it to the 70-year-old.
I think Lakeisha just said it best. Read the room. Akila said...
Yeah, you got to read the room.
Akila say, I curse. I say what I want. Who gonna check me?
I know that's right.
Akila!
Because always on ready, ho.
Every day you want smoke.
She always on ready.
Tracy Brandt said, I hate that stereotype of cursing is so bad when you got preachers who never curse and are snakes. I curse. Certain circumstances of curse, I might tone it down. Keisha said, I grew up with my grandfather and mother cursing so much, I try to refrain from it as much as I can. I hate to hear my kids cursing. Oh, I hate to hear kids. I'm sorry, not her kids.
I
hate to hear kids
with
cursing.
That being said, I don't like to hear the kids cursing around older people or like on the bus or like, I don't like to see that.
Lakeisha says she never heard any of her grandparents curse, and y'all that know my mother, she cursed a lot.
My mother.
And when people that really know me, I didn't used to curse. I never used curse words until I was an adult. I would always say the letter B, Tone and them can
that B said.
Yeah, I never.
And I'd be like, what, bitch?
I never used to curse. I was so nerdy.
I cursed. I started cursing at 6, smoking cigarettes, all that shit. 6.
And Keisha said, vulgar speech in public places makes me cringe. And Tracy said, yep, agreed to respect the elders and the babies. I
agree with the kids. And that's another thing with the babies. How I decide to live my life, or what the fact that I think that it's just language and it's not offensive, I'm not going to infringe my shit on your kid. You know what I'm saying? You bring your 3-year-old in there. I might slip up a few times because I'm used to talking around adults. But I'm not going to be like, hey, bitch, how you doing to this 4-year-old? You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing that. I'm going to respect how you raising your kids. But if I'm out in public, bitch, fuck your kid. Your kid's going to hear cuss words.
Raphael said not 6 tones.
I was 6, baby. But I just like, I can't stand that. When people like the dude at the gas station, sir, my daughter's in the car from the liquor store back by Jerry. Nigga, you at Jerry's. Yeah. You gonna hear people cursing. Your kid's not fragile.
Yeah.
If other people live in the world other than you and your child, they're gonna hear cuss words. They're gonna hear this shit. So look, y'all need to relax on that. But I do get like you walking into a setting and you're just cussing. I get that.
Tracy said cursing relieves stress. Vontae said,
I'm with Chris to help you get your point across.
Tanya also said, absolutely, read the room with profanity.
Yes, read the room.
Vontae said, I guess curse words are wrong in a sense because they are made at words they are only in a ghetto dictionary.
No, they're not.
That's not true, Vontae.
No, they're not.
That's not true.
Damn is in the Bible.
Ass, bitch.
A bitch is a female dog. That's a real term.
Lamont said, wow. In all caps.
What you trying to say, Monty? What's up? I'm like, Keela, you want smoke? Who wants smoke with me?
Akila said kids be cursing in the videos with a 4-year-old girl cursing on TikTok.
I still can't do it though. You bring your 4-year-old baby in here, I can't be like, hey bitch, what's up?
Tracy A said Lakeisha has cussed at her, so she knows that she curses. I just think it's a read the room situation.
I think you should say it best.
I feel like some people get turned off by cursing.
Oh, I'm sure many men was like, bitch, fuck
They
it.
would
I
talk to
ain't
you.
trying to holler at this bitch. I'm sure. And I prefer that. I'm cool with that. Because I'm never going to be, this is who I am. Not saying that I
Vontae said he didn't know he learned something today.
Oh, okay. Well, the day's not wasted then. I feel like this is who I am right now. When I turn 50, I might say, bitch, look, I don't want to say another cuss word as long as I live. But at 44, this is who I am. So if you don't prefer a woman that curse, or you feel like that's low budget and low trash, and I didn't hear
Low value.
I didn't hear all types of stuff, then I'm the low value bitch that you shouldn't be fucking with because this is who I am. I'm not going to keep that shit up and keep, oh, I'm sorry, I meant to say he. No, I meant to say nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so if, just hypothetically, if Oprah came to you and was like, oh, I want to use you for making clothes for me on a show. There's no cursing, no using of the N-word. Do you think you would, because the question was, is there ever a time to tone it down?
Okay.
We said it's time to tone it down during seniors, children, just reading the room. Would you tone it down if you got an opportunity for like a non-cursing TV show or something?
Absolutely.
You would.
Tone spends the money. Tanette makes the money. So Tanette ain't got the cuss.
So you would.
Yeah. Tone gonna be motherfucking spending that dollar saying bitch, 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 bitch. But Tanette's gonna be up there like, welcome Oprah, how are you?
Tracy
Girl,
said,
it's
Lakeisha
definitely
said you gonna code switch.
Absolutely.
We talked about code switching last week if y'all missed that.
And yes, I'm code switching like
Tracy
shit for
said
Oprah.
at 50 you gonna curse more.
I don't know, Tracy. I'm evolving as the older I get. The more, ain't I? The more docile. This bitch ain't. Never mind.
Docile.
Docile.
I mean,
docile like a puppy.
I do see a little nuances, but
I can't get an inch with this.
But you definitely got a long way to go if you want to be like that type of woman.
What type of woman?
You said docile,
Oh, if I want to be a docile type of woman?
Yeah, you.
I don't think I ever.
I feel like you have made some changes that I never thought you would have.
You gotta admit, the tone I was at 25 is not the tone I am at 40.
And it shouldn't be. So that's good.
Yeah,
and you're not
absolutely.
40, sweetie.
No, I'm saying, I started my transition around 40.
Okay. Vontae,
but
somebody said,
she will
Akila said, I cursed because people didn't hear you the first time when you was calm and nonchalant.
Period.
Akila been showing off.
Period.
Akila, so you got
So you had to put some motherfucking emphasis
Akila, if
on
you say,
it.
hey ma'am, and the lady doesn't turn around.
Or you say, excuse me.
Lakeisha,
and the bitch keep playing with
Lakeisha
you.
said she cooks now. Lakeisha, we already talked about that.
Lisa, yeah.
We talked about how this lady wouldn't know how to make a peanut butter and jelly. Then she started cooking like Bobby Flay.
And y'all didn't believe I was making the food.
Tanya said she just turned 50.
Tune into our YouTube.
Excuse me. Tanya said I just turned 50, and trust me, you gonna cuss a whole lot more. This menopause ain't no damn joke.
Oh God, I'm not getting used to. I'm not looking forward to that.
Okay, our last question of the night is favorite children, and I feel like a lot of people in the comments have multiple kids. Cena is in here.
Hey,
Cena, where have you been? We haven't seen you in like maybe like 2 months.
Oh my God, it's been that long.
Yeah. Okay. Favorite child. Do parents generally have favorites? And if you believe they do you feel like the child can tell that the parent has a favorite? I want to go first on this.
Go ahead.
I feel that sometimes it can seem as though a parent has a favorite, but I feel like when you have multiple children, we all know you may have a child. Back in our day, we called them special or slow or touched or whatever. But I feel like you treat your child according to what you think they can handle. So, and a lot of times the birth order plays a part in how you treat your child. So your oldest child will, a lot of times, they may think that you're not their favorite because once, they had siblings, they had to take on like a junior mother role. So, they're helping mom out a lot and they're not feeling like mom is giving them the attention because she has other kids. But the birth order plays a part in what happens when you're perceived as a favorite. And I also think if you feel like you have a quote unquote weak child, you may tend to give that child more attention just because you may feel like they need more help in certain areas versus if you have like a strong or dominant type of child, you may not have to give them as much energy or attention. Or again, if you have a special needs child. So I think that sometimes people think that people have favorites and they don't. But also, on the contrary, there are people that do have favorites. It may be based on whoever the father is. When you got a few baby daddies, sometimes you like this baby daddy child over that baby daddy child. It sounds stupid, but it's true.
But it's true.
Some parents like their children based on their looks. You know,
sad.
My neighbor's child was really big, and his father was really big, and he did not like his son because he was so big, and he was called him like I wanted to call CPS so many times. Yeah. But yeah, sad. so yeah, you treat your kids according to just various different things. Me, y'all know I got two. They both say that the other is the favorite. Sue say Debbie's the favorite. Debbie say Sue the favorite. I don't have favorites. They're so far apart in age that they both kind of like our only children in a way. Sue was 11, about to be 11 when Debbie was born. They're 11 years apart. And so she had a long time to be a spoiled only child. So when she came in, she loved her brother, always had him, toting him around, pacifying her mouth, doing whatever, like she was grown. And so then if I do something for Sue, Debbie will say right away, like, oh, I bet you if it was Sue, and he'll say all of that like he grows or whatever the case may be. So it all depends. And being as though Debbie's he's not a child that requires a lot. I feel like he could see that he thinks Sue's being spoiled, but I feel like Debbie's my oldest child. Anyway,
that's true. You do feel like that.
So
I feel like it's the total opposite. I feel like parents do have favorites. Always. I feel like with me and my sister,
if they got 2 kids or if they got 7 kids, you think
they always got a favorite.
Okay.
I don't think it has anything. Well, that which unfortunately is true. If they like your daddy, some women are like that. But we talking about regular women. That's a little crazy, but it does happen. Regular women, it still go on personalities. If like I'm my mother's favorite, my sister, my oldest sister is my father's favorite. I can kiss out girls' ass. Me and him best friends. We talk every day. My father loves me. I know he loves me. I love him. But when it comes to a favorite, we can clearly see that my oldest sister is his favorite. Always has been since she was alive. And he said she been with me the longest. And I even asked him, I was like, why you treat us different? And he was like, we always knew that you would be okay.
That's what I'm saying.
So yeah, what you're saying is definitely correct and plays a part in it. But I also feel like
you think you have a stronger child.
Yeah, they always said we knew we never had to worry about you. So they, catered to her more. But also, I feel like along with that is personalities. Me and my mother like to do some of the same shit. We like to dress together and go to the mall, and my sister didn't want to do that shit. My sister wanted to hang off the back of the carpet truck with my father. So I think it's personality too. But yeah, parents definitely have a motherfucking favorite.
Lakeisha said that's not true, Tone. That's your opinion. Everything we say is opinions. She said she honestly don't have a favorite.
Oh well, yeah, I feel like they do.
Sonny said, I treat them all the same. I put all their ass out.
You treat them the same.
This year, LO, I'm dead serious. He put all of them out at one point.
I feel like you treat them the same, and because they're all your kids and you all love them, but who you get along with better or who you are clinging to is your fucking favorite.
Okay, Tracy A said, plus I was poor when I had the older kids. The younger got better. And Antonio said, wow, Tone, my folks say the same thing to me.
Yeah, you got a favorite. We tell my parents that, and they say the same thing. We don't have a favorite. We love y'all. We be like, nigga, please.
I don't have a favorite.
Me and my sister joke about it because we know it's just. We're not offended by it. It's just something that we know.
Sharon has entered. She has 2 boys.
Hey, Sharon.
Sharon said, some kids require a little special attention. Yeah, that was part of my answer.
But it makes the other kid feel like that's your favorite. You're still making the other child feel some type of way about it.
Yeah.
They don't know why you're doing what you're doing, but you're just showing favoritism to one. So we're going to always think that they're the favorite.
Keisha B said, I don't have a favorite. I know they require different levels of support and guidance.
But you don't feel like the kids are seeing it another way?
Yeah, the kids definitely gonna see it their way, and kids I don't care how old your child is, when they feel like scorned or traumatized as a child in the home, they never let it go. I know people that are like 60, 65, they still resent their sibling, they resent their parent, and it'll literally be from something that happened when they were like 6 or 7. They like this one better, or they treated this one better, and they never let that go. Like in a mental health field, that plays a big part on their mental. Yeah. So try to definitely be cognizant of that if you feel like, even if you have to, you know, I know somebody that has a special needs child and they rely heavily on their older child. And then they have another middle child. So you have the middle child syndrome, you have the oldest child playing a motherly type of role, and then you have a small child that's special needs. I told her to always take the oldest child out separate from the other kids, giving her special time, making her feel like special and like you care about her, and you're just not using her as like a servant, because she will resent you for the rest of her life, and that could mess with her mental.
I feel like you should develop it like my mother. My father knows how to love one way, but my mother is more of a nurturer. My father's more of a provider. So even though everybody know I'm my mother's favorite, my mother still did things. Even with my little sister, she raised my little sister, who's not her child. Her mother died. My little sister's mother died when she was 5. So my mother raised her too. And she has different relationships with all 3 of us. She, you know, she gonna stay 7 hours on the phone with Lily because Lily want to talk and Lily want to know what's going on and Lily want to do this. I'm the type of person, I don't want to be on the phone, but I like to spend time together. So my mother curtails her behaviors according to which child, right? Yeah. But bitch, I'm still a favorite.
Okay, Tanya said, my mom definitely had her favorite, but I made it my business to not have favorites with mine. Instead of wasting time with communicating with men, I made sure to communicate with my children to make sure they did not have that feeling.
So Tanya, has either one of your kids, I don't know how many kids you had, but has any of your kids ever said such and such is your favorite? Or you always, was it effective for you to do it that way?
Sharon said she got a favorite oldest and a favorite youngest. Those are both her 2 kids. And Sharon,
that's cute.
When you gonna let, you be down Morehouse every weekend?
Wow.
Her youngest son went to Morehouse this semester.
I was gonna say, Sharon, you had a baby Morehouse girl.
And she be down there all the time. What's his
Sharon got a little something. She fucking with the coach or somebody.
What's his major, Sharon? And Tracy A said, I tell all of them they are my favorite behind the others' back when they ask.
My mother do that too.
Tanya said I have 2 and they never have asked who's their, or said that other one is their favorite. But her kids have a very large age gap too.
So like you were saying, kind of.
Yeah, I feel like her daughter's the oldest, so she probably look at her little brother, you know, extra special.
And she probably look at him like that's her kid. Not her kid, but you know what I'm saying?
Business administration. And what's IS? And congratulations to you. I know you graduated. You got your master's and Sharon. Me and her we took classes together at PG College.
Well, congratulations,
and she has
Sharon,
since got her master's.
Congratulations. I love to see black excellence.
She always patronizes my daughter's makeup.
Wonderful.
Coming to Sue. But anywho, Tanya said her kids are 15 years apart. So I feel like your daughter was basically almost grown when your son came along.
So like you were saying, they had the opportunity both to be only kids at some point. Yeah. I think that makes a difference. Me and my sister are 3 years apart, so we basically were raised together. My little sister, we all kind of look at her like the baby. So it don't really apply for, you know, whether she's the favorite. She's not even in it because we all look at her like, you know, she the baby.
He should say her.
My little sister's 26, and we in our 40s. So,
he should say my oldest is 21 years apart from my youngest, and they always argue amongst themselves over who's her favorite.
See?
Tony has entered. Hey
Tony.
Tony, tell Pooh I said hi, and please.
Tony who?
Pooh brother, Miss Carlson.
Hey brother.
I want Pooh to come out one day, Tony, so we gotta hook that up.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that concludes our questions. But the last thing, and I think we're gonna probably try to do this maybe like once a month. I don't know. Mm-hmm. Anybody that has their own business, if you're selling pies this winter, if you sell clothes, if you just open up a nursing home, whatever the case may be, whatever type of business you have, put it in the comments, put your link in the comments.
And while you guys are doing that, have you patroned a black business that you like, or not even a business, a small business that you've seen, not even that you patroned, that you've seen and it was a good...
Sonny got his in there already.
I know that's right, Sonny. That one nigga.
Sonny has tractor trailer. I don't know what you exactly do, Sonny. So if you could explain a little bit of that.
Yeah,
I just
put
know
in
you
the
got
comments.
big trucks and you named them after y'all around the way. That Northeast group was used to hit on all the songs.
No, I love that.
Back road transportation. So
I
tell us
love
about
that.
Tahira put hers in there real quick. She's sneaky. She ain't writing no comments.
Shout out to
but she wrote
1207
that.
Kitchen.
Tahira caters and
All of your healthy needs.
yeah, she
Tahira
does
can
healthy
provide.
catering and as well as regular catering.
food. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm going to shout out Bobby T's Kitchen for Tia. I think she